least there should be 90 people today.
Shreya, start.
Ma'am, should I start now?
Yes, please start.
Okay, ma'am. A very good afternoon to all present. My name is Shreya Chatterjee and I am 5th semester student of English department of the college. We have gathered here for the online launch of the virtual world magazine of the Department of English, World E. The theme of this edition of the World magazine is Women's Writing. A World magazine is a periodical publication which contains different articles which includes posters, writings, photographs, paintings, etc. Before the pandemic, the students worked at to collect essays along with pictures and photographs and worked on chart paper to give it a physical shape. Our World Magazine board was just opposite the staff room in the college. Given the circumstances that we are in, we decided to do it virtually, like everything else in COVID times. This is the first edition of the World Magazine in the virtual mode. This issue has contribution by 5th semester students of English department under the guidance of our teacher, Dr. Nishi Pulugurtha ma'am. To begin the event, I would like to invite the HOD of English department, Mrs. Ambika Borua ma'am, to say her few words.
Thank you, Shreya. A very good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for joining us today. I feel extremely honored to welcome you all to the unveiling of virtual Wall E, that is our department wall magazine. This is, one of the regular activities of the department. The aim of this wall magazine is to get the students actively involved with the subject. And this exercise is basically taken up to inculcate initiative among the students of the department and also to develop their artistic and creative knowledge as well as their aesthetic sense too. The students of our department usually take up the responsibility of this wall magazine periodically. But due to this pandemic, we couldn't come out with any issue of Wall E. But gradually, since we all became kind of online friendly, and we all COVID-19 pandemic has ultimately forced us to engage in the ubiquitous use of virtual mode of operation in an online environment. So we finally thought if teaching and learning process is undertaken remotely on digital platforms, then why not our wall magazine too? So yes, it's true that we came up with this sort of an idea too late. But today, finally, we are going to unveil our first virtual wall magazine, that is Wall E, with the topic on women's writing. The students of the 5th semester of our department have, taken the responsibility of this particular issue, and I really remember that I remember them really working hard on.
Ma'am, you have muted yourself.
Yes. Okay. Is it audible? Am I audible right now? Is it audible? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So I really remember my students, the 5th semester students, really working hard on another, unpublished issue in the March 2020, which we couldn't put up thereafter. But we hope to put up very soon when we get back to our college campus. But right now, I hope you all will like this current issue, will enjoy it, for which we have all convened today. And we'll also post the current wall issue, the virtual one, in all the official WhatsApp groups, even in our official Facebook page and of the department and the Literary Society page also. I hope you all will like it, and thank you everyone for joining us.
Thank you, ma'am. I would now request the IQAC coordinator, Dr. Manoj Kumar Roy, to say something on this occasion.
Welcome everyone. Actually, I am in an environment where all are green. Okay, so light may not come. So I'm just trying to get some light. Okay, so it is very much. I am very much privileged to announce that I am happy to be here and on Wall magazine, which is related to English literature and related subjects or domains are my context of interest. Okay. So hope everyone is from English department itself. And what I want to say, most of the students or people over here, that is this occasion is rare. Okay. So you people are very much dependent on the system or the overall syllabus which is offered to you, but you should always do job on your beyond your subject or the domain of your syllabus. And I previously I was present in one occasion where the subject was I think some stories of I can remember.
Manoj, it was our annual students
seminar
where the topic was
popular literature.
Yes. That I know that I was present. Actually, I am just expressing my experience with the English department. Okay, so what happened earlier? It was I was just present in one literature of O. Henry, and then it was with sorry, not Shakespeare. It was with this person, the detective called Hercule Poirot. So these are the people who are acquainted with. Actually, I was not very much accustomed with these people. I have read some few books or few text, few stories with them, but you people are very much learned about them, and you are much appreciable on that context. So you people are just projecting some literature on the occasion of this Wall magazine. I think you people should be ready to discuss all the perspectives available on that concept. So I expect, actually I am not well known or well informed with this situation of this English literature. I am eager to learn. Okay, so that's why I just want to, you people should demonstrate in such a way that you should, whenever I read this Wall magazine, I should learn everything. Very short, or what can I say, that in a very short circuit way. But you are you people are I am dependent on you people. So every time you should present in such that I should learn from the very instinct, and then whatever you have written on the wall magazine, and it should be self-sufficient. So I can learn from the, without any hesitation, I can ask anyone. I don't want to ask anyone, just those things, and then I learn everything. Okay, so you should prepare in such a way. And every time, what I can say, that not only literature, but in a social context, that was what I can say, the text was there. The Sri Lankan, can you give me reminder that what was the author of the Sri Lankan writer? So I just read some few pages, and please give me reminder if possible. It was excellent text, and every time just these texts are sufficient to be affected towards those English literature. Okay, so I request everyone to present, for sake of me, that is just as lucid as possible, because I am nowhere related to this English literature, but I want to learn. I want to read. Okay, so please, you people, you are my students and just like my children. So I request you. So not for my experimental or examination perspective, just write it everything. Write everything in a from a general perspective, please. Okay. So I now over to Ambika so that she can continue with this bizarre conversation. So please, Ambika, you just continue.
Yes, thank you, Manushka, for your kind words, and of course inspiring too. Shreya, so let's continue.
Thank you, sir. Now we will have the formal unveiling of the World Magazine of the Department of English, Wall E.
May I give a suggestion? While Nishi is scrolling the pages, when somebody's paper comes, can that person be named with the paper? মানুষ বলছে শুনতে পাচ্ছি না তাই বললাম, যেমন এটা
Okay, I could do that.
A Vindication of the Rights of Women by Shayan Mukherjee, 5th semester English honors.
Yeah, so
could you announce?
Yeah, can we have Shayan Mukherjee putting on his video on করতে পারলে?
Yes, ma'am.
Video on করে ওর পেপারের টাইটেলটা বলুক at least.
Yes, ma'am. I wrote my paper, which I titled A Vindication of the Rights of Women.
Okay, we then go on to the next person.
Yes. Thank you.
Arjok?
Good afternoon, everybody. Myself, Archak Roy, 5th semester English honors. I wrote about Emily Dickinson.
Okay. Pritha?
Hello, I am Pritha from 5th semester. I wrote my paper about sexuality and desire in the short story Please. Thank you.
Shrija?
Yes, ma'am. Myself, Shrija Ghosh, from 5th semester English honors. I wrote my paper on the yellow wallpaper.
Morujendra?
I'm Morujendra Maithi and I wrote about Sylvia Plath.
Trisha? Trisha, your audio.
Yes. Put on your audio.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Trisha Bhattacharya from 5th semester English honors, and I wrote about Mahashweta Devi's Draupadi.
Shreya, you can continue now.
Thank you, ma'am. Shayan Mukherjee of the 5th semester will speak briefly on feminism. I would now request Shayan to begin his speech.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, Shayan.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Firstly, to my respected professors and my fellow classmates and my juniors. I am going to speak briefly about my topic, feminism. And here it goes. Feminism is about the belief in equality. All humans, irrespective of gender, should be equal in opportunity and in thought. It began in the West, but its prevalence transcends time. The women of that time were predominantly confined in the domestic spheres, even until early 20th century, where women were barred from holding public offices, and that too even worldwide. Their roles were limited to the domestic sphere, and even further limited, they had no say even on their own children. Neither had they any say over their own education or rights. There was no coherent movement until the Renaissance, however. Even when the Enlightenment philosophers focused on inequalities of social caste, the female intellectuals were quick to point out that they lacked anything on gender and thereby limiting their social progress. Feminism began roughly in the United States, when the female abolitionists strove to apply same concepts of freedom on their own gender-biased situations. And from there, it spread to Europe in the 19th century. Several movements for the cause of feminism took stand. After that, the suffrage movement brought for them the right to vote. Though partial to the upper-class women, nevertheless, it gave the women a voice when before they had none. The second wave of feminism was inspired by the civil rights movement and primarily from the protests against the Vietnam War. Most people were caught up in debates regarding gender discrimination and equality, the primary ideas that form feminism itself. Prejudices, sorry for the interruption. And continuing, that is prejudices, partiality, and even some of the customs were done to curtail women sexually and bar them from expression. The thoughts were crystallized into liberal, radical, and cultural feminism. And the third wave came in 1990s. They sought to redefine the conventional ideas about womanhood, gender, and beauty. The fourth wave, and up till now, it is probably the last wave, it came addressing sexual harassment, body shaming, and rape culture. And thus, we see how the idea of equality between genders has been surfacing, and thus, and thus continues to be an important idea to engage with. Thank you. And very sorry for those interruptions.
Thank you, Shayan. I would now like to request Preetha Das of the 5th semester to deliver a short speech on women's writing.
Hello, I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible, Preetha.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Preetha Dash from 5th semester English Honors. Today, I'll be delivering my speech on women's writing. Women's literature has often been defined by publishers as a category of writing done by women. Though this is true, many scholars find such a definition reductive. What makes the history of women's writing interesting is that in many ways it is a new area of study. Women's writing includes any work of art, for an example, fiction, drama, or poetry written by women. It supports the feminist goal of defining, establishing, and defending equal civic, political, economical, and social rights for women. If anyone asks me, do we really need women writing, I can say that this is a specialized study about women's experience in male-dominated society. Women's writing gained more prominence during the 1920s. There was a transition of book written by men to publication of new books written by men. Earlier literature was centered around the androtext, that is, books written by men. Later importance was given to the works of women, that is, gynotext. Mary Wollstonecraft's Vindication on the Rights of Women is a landmark treatise that paved the way for many women after her. The majority of people interested and responding to works written by women were other women. Another example of early women's writing is The Female Advocate, a poem occasioned by reading Mr. Duncombe's Feminine by Mary Scott, published in 1774. Virginia Woolf's A Room of One's Own is often considered a classic in this field. Writers like Toni Morrison, Adrienne Rich, and Margaret Atwood, among myriad other whose works exemplifies the need for acknowledgement and activism, prove that this is a place for this dialogue and that a room of one's own benefits not only human but also humanity as a whole. Thank you.
Thank you, Preetha. I would now like to request Dr. Nishi Pulugurtha ma'am, who curated the World magazine, to deliver her closing remarks regarding the World magazine.
Right. Good afternoon, everyone. And just a few words on this particular Wall magazine and why we decided to work on this particular aspect of women's writing, which, as Preetha has very rightly pointed out, and Shayon has contextualized by talking a little bit of the theory about feminism, and Preetha has tried to situate it as an academic discourse, a very, very important academic discourse. And this is a very important idea in women's studies, in women's writing, in literary studies as well, and various aspects. I mean, Manoj was talking about literature. It's not just about literature, but we have a number of other very important socio-political, cultural, economic elements coming into this particular paper. This is CC11. This paper forms CC11 of the 5th semester, and a paper that we have just begun studying. It's been just a month or so that we've begun studying, less than a month actually, that we've begun reading this particular paper with the students. And I think it is a very good exercise that these students have worked with various aspects of this particular paper on women's writing. And the texts that they have chosen mostly have to do with texts which are present in the syllabus. For instance, they do have a Vindication of the Rights of Women by Mary Wollstonecraft, which is an iconic and the first feminist text, a text which we read in some detail, and a text which includes a number of elements which are important even today. Not only important, very contemporary even today. We also have quite a number of poets that we read, and among all of them, one is Emily Dickinson, and we have one paper on Emily Dickinson's on Emily Dickinson herself in this Wall magazine. We do have short stories, and there is one paper by Preetha Das on this short story by Catherine Mansfield called Bliss, which is a very, very important short story by a woman. And we have another short story also by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. This particular story is also present in the syllabus, the Yellow Wall paper. And I would like here to mention the fact that we do have another very, very important poet who is part of this syllabus and who is a very, very important poetic voice, not only when it comes to women's writing, but to English literature in general, and that is Sylvia Plath. The last piece in the Wall magazine is a piece on Mahashweta Devi's Draupadi. And I would like to speak a little bit here and say that this particular text is not a text that we teach in college. This is not there on our syllabus. And I was really happy when one of the students, when Trisha came up saying that she would like to write on this particular text. It is a very, very important text, definitely. And it really gave me a lot of pleasure that though it was not there on the syllabus, she decided to introduce this particular text to our readers. These essays that these students have written are very short pieces, basically an introductory kind of piece. And as Shreya rightly pointed out right at the beginning, they are there on the board for everyone else to see. Unfortunately, given the times that we are in, we could not, put it up on the board. And we decided, therefore, to go in for a virtual medium. And this particular Wall magazine will be made available, as Ombika said. It will be made available to everyone. I should also like to thank here students who have contributed pictures and photographs. Students, I would like to mention their names out here. Shreya Chakraborty, Shobhik De, Bikash Bera, Atanu Shaha, and Anish Mukherjee. And there is one sketch done, and that has been done by Rahul Debnath. So I would like to thank all of them as well for taking time out, putting in their thought to work towards the creation of this Wall magazine. I would like to thank everyone else, all my colleagues in my department, for coming together, deciding that yes, we should do something like this to involve, to engage with the students and to make the students engage with texts which are there in the syllabus, and also go beyond the syllabus to read and understand literature, because this is a very, very important paper. This is a very, very important part of literary studies And I'm really very glad that everyone contributed towards it. I would end here, and just, I did notice the principal ma'am is in.
Yeah, I mean.
So.
Just now really from my
Yes, we can understand. So Shreya, could you take it up now and invite our principal ma'am also?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I would now request the principal of our college, Dr. Papia Chakraborty, to deliver her speech.
No, I won't deliver a speech. I would like to see what you have presented here. Just can I get a glimpse of the...
Yes,
sure, ma'am. Sure.
I'll just appreciate looking into that.
Okay, sure. Nishiji?
Adichi. Can it be seen?
No.
No.
Oh, just a minute. Just a minute.
Okay, take your time.
Now can you see?
No. Yes. Nishi, show from the beginning and go a little slow when you scroll.
Okay.
So this is the first page. The topic.
This is the first piece on a vindication of the rights of women by Shayan Mukherjee. All 5th semester students have contributed. Only the 5th semester students have contributed to this wall magazine. And here is the first essay. They are short pieces, 200 to 250 words, and written so that they would, be every person, every general reader also would be able to read and appreciate what they wrote. And this is the sketch of Mary Wollstonecraft, who was writing in the 18th century, by Rahul Devnath, once again a 5th semester student.
So I think we should put up in the in our website, in the English department page.
Okay, sure. I will mail it to you.
Yeah.
I will ask Ombika to mail it to you, or else.
Yes, I will mail it.
And this is Emily Dickinson, an American poet, and this essay is written by Arjok Rai. Once again, introducing Emily Dickinson, so it will appeal to every kind of reader. Here is a picture of Emily Dickinson. And this is a photograph clicked by, I forgot to mention, a photograph clicked by Shobik De, where he kind of represents Emily Dickinson's poem, which I Cannot Live With You. This is the poem that they have in the syllabus, and this is his representation, a photographic representation by Shobik. This is a photograph which Shobik De had clicked. The next paper is about sexuality and desire in the short story Bliss. This is once again a story written by Catherine Mansfield, a very interesting story which is part of their syllabus as well. This is a picture of a collection of short stories by Catherine Mansfield. This is another short story by Charlotte Perkins Gilman called The Yellow Wallpaper, and Shrija Ghosh's paper is on this particular short story, which is a very, very interesting, very psychological, a short story of great psychological importance as well. This is a picture of Charlotte Perkins Gilman. And this is a kind of a picture of the yellow wallpaper, which is the title of the story, which has of course been procured from the internet. The next paper is by Sylvia Plath, once again a very, very important poet of the 20th century. And this has been written by Orujendro Maiti, in which Orujendro very nicely and very interestingly introduces Sylvia Plath to readers. This is also taken from the net, but I found it interesting because it is a picture which talks about what Sylvia Plath taught me, you know, what someone could have learned from Sylvia Plath's works. And this is a photograph, a picture of Sylvia Plath. The last story, as I just mentioned, last essay is on Mahashweta Devi's short story Draupadi, and as I just mentioned a little while ago, this particular story is not there in the syllabus, but Trisha wanted to write on this particular story, and we told her to go ahead. This story has been in the news very recently because it was removed from the Delhi University syllabus, but it's good that we've able to bring in an Indian writer into this particular paper. We do have Indian writers in this paper as well, apart from other writers we do have writing in the 19th century. And this, of course, is a picture of Mahashweta Devi. And at the end, we acknowledge the photographs and images which have been contributed by our students, Shreya, Shobhik, Bikash, Otonu, and Anish, all of whom have contributed towards this. So I will, surely Ambika will mail this to you so that, Principal Ma'am, so that this could be shared on the college website.
Yeah, thank you, Nishi. It was a nice and excellent presentation by the students, and very nice and vivid presentation of the English women writers, about the English women writers. I think not only this wall magazine, the previous one also was an e-magazine, I think. So, is it?
No, this is the first one. This is the first one.
Okay.
The
This
virtual
is the first one.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the virtual one should be virtually seen also in the long course. So we'll put up in the website in the English department page, and you give me this thing, and the link will be created. And one thing I would suggest, that the English department has so many activities going on throughout the year. So why not create a hyperlink and create a page from the original our website, and create another page where you can link all the activities of the English department going on. If somebody can, someone of you can do it, it will be a very nice one. Like some other departments have already done, like physics, zoology, they have done it. If they have more activities and they can upload themselves, then they there is a hyperlinking, there's a URL which is pasted on the page of the English department website, and you go, that is hyperlinked to another page where all the details of daily activities are reported there. Yes. So it will be a nice one if you can think of that. And I think the students are quite tech savvy. Some of you may be able to do that also.
Absolutely, I think that can be done.
Yeah, that will be better. To showcase your talents, that will be better. And I know the English department is full of talents. So thank you all students.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Thank you all. Okay.
Shrija?
Thank you, department.
Thank you for coming, ma'am.
Okay.
Shrija?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, continue.
No, ma'am, I was thanking Principal, ma'am.
No, you have a thank you to do, right? Continue.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to thank our principal, ma'am, the IQAC coordinator, faculty members of the college, all the teachers of the English department, and the non-teaching staff of the college. A big round of applause to my batchmates for working at the World magazine. Also, all the students of the English department, thank you for being a part of this event. Thank you.